Hello, welcome back to Malls on Mission. I'm Philip,
And I'm Anna.
and this is our podcast. All right, are you ready for my question?
I am ready for your question.
So, my question today is, what is the best thing you ever started? You don't have to have finished this thing. What is the best thing you ever started?
I think I'm going to go serious on this one. I had a funny answer or potentially funny, but I'm going to go serious.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things that we ever started was worship night, a worship culture, worship nights
Oh, yeah.
in high school. I would also say we kind of finished it because it's not necessarily perpetuating with that group of people,
That's true.
but that culture that we started and the concept of a worship night not originated with us, but
Yeah.
started in our group of friends. I think, yeah, my sister and I started that, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'm also proud of it,
Yeah.
proud of how it grew. You
Yeah.
were around for pretty much all of it.
Yeah, that was some of the context in which I really got to know you and your sisters and your family. So
Yeah. And I think that God used it to build in me a number of skills and an awareness of worship in a group context that is very collaborative. So I think that is one of my favorite things that
yeah, you
I
really
started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. I'm already realizing that I dislike my question because I normally hate best or like those
You don't
words
like
that
superlatives.
Have, yeah,
You're not a
superlatives.
big...
I'm not a big fan of superlatives. Because like in this context, how could I not say our marriage? That's the best thing I've ever started. We haven't technically finished it yet, but you know, yeah, hopefully it
goes on for some
go
time.
for a very, very long time.
Well, yeah, you started our family. That's good.
One of my favorite things that I've started is
The Count of Monte Cristo.
no, I finished that.
Oh, you did. That's
Well,
true.
I guess I can have finished something and it still be the favorite thing I've started. So maybe books, maybe reading books. That's a good one. No, but the one I had in mind was my escape box that I have been working on for like 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
We built version 1 and tried it out on your family, and it was a pretty big hit.
It was a blast.
And I have version 2 sitting on my desk here at Jars, and I still need to finish version 2, which I think will be a lot better.
I was talking to one of the ladies here.
Yeah.
And that helps with making group things happen. We were talking about something she had done in a previous setting was a waffle night and a mystery night.
Ooh.
So
Well, we got that mystery game.
we have the mystery game, but if we had the mystery game plus this box,
Yeah, I need to finish the box.
then you have plenty of beta testers.
I want to finish the box by Christmas. That's one of my internal goals.
Wow, and you just broadcasted that to
Yes,
all
I'm on the hook now.
12 of listeners.
12 average listeners. There's about 12 average listeners. I think
We love you
after
guys.
4 months, they've almost all hit 20 or above. But we have within the first month, we'll have 12 listeners.
And that is our family members.
Yeah, all 12 of you keep me accountable. Finish this thing by Christmas.
If you're one of the
coolest things I've ever
12 that
started.
are not our family members, I'm just going to say you're like family now.
Yes, you're
So,
family now.
thank you.
Steve, we're talking to you. Yep. All right. On to the next section. Update time. So
We got plenty of those.
we do have some of those. This has been a busy little month of ours. We moved. We have officially moved. Our new residence is in North Carolina. Excuse me. Our new residence is in North Carolina at the Jars Center.
And we're loving it.
And we are loving it. I have started classes, maintenance classes, and Anna, you are in the process of getting your license transferred.
Yes, that has been a little bit more complicated than I was expecting, mostly because trying to do, I don't know, paperwork with an infant has been more challenging than I thought. I thought, oh, he'll play on the ground while I do like work. That's what I envisioned. Or I'll do it when he naps.
Yeah.
But when he's napping, I'm doing other essentials that I can't really do when I need to be supervising him. And anyway, that's a rabbit trail. But it has been a slower process than I was expecting with more steps. However, we are probably halfway there. And I've been talking to resident speech therapist with whom I will be working and under whom I will be working. And she is a delight. She has laid out, she's got lots of kids that I can start working with pretty much immediately. Yeah. As soon as I have the licensure. I'm a speech therapist.
That's a French word, right? Licensure.
Yep. So anyway, I'm very excited about the prospects, and I've met a couple of the kids already. They also seem delightful, and I'm very excited to get back into. I've been out of the therapy realm for about 6 months now. Mm-hmm. So excited to get back into it for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure all 12 of you who are listening are very interested and are aware that North Carolina and Florida and Georgia and a little bit of South Carolina
and
many states
Eastern Tennessee
experienced a hurricane last weekend.
A capital H hurricane.
Yeah, un grande huracán.
Well, that's actually kind of a double joke because the hurricane's name was Helene, so capital H.
Capital H hurricane. Yep, that's good. I like that. Double H. Yeah, and it did a number on part of the panhandle of Florida, and it did a number in western North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, it pummeled the panhandle, but also, like, the whole coast, actually both coasts of Florida have been affected, and, well, if you're listening to this, you probably have seen the news. Yeah. But yeah, we
got off scot-free here.
The Lord was so gracious. We did not even have to leave our camper, which, if any of you are unaware, we have moved into an RV. Yep. It is really fun. We're enjoying it.
We are enjoying it.
So far, everything is working for the most part. But the winds were not even bad enough for us to have to go to a more secure building, a more anchored building. No, we only
lost like 2 little pine trees here.
Yeah, right near us, like in the RV park, a couple of pine trees blew down. I think the power flickered.
Yeah, the power flickered a couple times, but no
enough
loss
to mess
of power.
up our clocks, but not enough to even really notice.
Yep.
Around us, there were lots of trees down. There was power out in a number of places, and a couple roads were impassable because of trees. Yeah. But I'm not aware of flooding or
not in our area.
In our area, we were very protected. Yep. So we were grateful for that.
So I had the Thursday before the hurricane, I had been given off work because there was a mandatory safety seminar Friday and Saturday. And so Thursday night, they're like, hey guys, we're going to delay until 10 a.m. because the hurricane's still going to be rolling through. And there were so many jokes at the safety seminar of like, good job planning your safety seminar during a hurricane.
But the seminar still took place. Like
it did. And it went well.
But the hurricane did not stop it.
It was during that seminar that stuff really started to come out of how bad different parts of North Carolina got hit. So by Monday, a number of the JARS staff and the senior leadership had decided we're getting involved. And so there's an airport up in the West North Carolina area that JARS regularly frequents and they use for some training activities, and they've got a lot of relationships there. So they flew out there, started assessing the situation, and basically started up a supply chain. They started receiving supplies almost immediately. Mm-hmm. They started flying supplies in. where roads were closed almost immediately. And that went on until Friday. So that was
Yeah.
Probably like Sunday, late Sunday to Friday. Most of JARS was focused on hurricane relief effort. And that was awesome.
It was really cool
Yeah.
to watch the leadership employ, like how well, honestly, how God has equipped this base for such a time as this hurricane.
Yep.
With the helicopters and the control room and
Yeah.
the staff available to provide this kind of relief. All of you apprentices that just young, able-bodied,
Yep. Raring to go.
raring to go, that worked both here at the base, and then you and a number of others went up to the airport and just
Yeah, I went up
hauled supplies.
Thursday and Friday. And we were there still running some of the logistics. I ended up going up Thursday. They had cleared enough of the roads that I went up in a caravan of 13 truck and trailers.
Yep.
So basically, once the roads got opened, trucks and trailers galore just started pouring in. They were doing at least one convoy a day. And I mean, what you read me the stat. It was like,
So JARS
200,000 pounds or something like that.
200,000 pounds of supplies
only by ground.
by ground, and the fact that they've got an overland ops here operations for
Yep.
4-wheel drive and trailers and
Yeah, I guess we can do a quick JARS explainer. JARS is not just aviation. They have overland operations and they have maritime operations. So JARS is focused on whatever we need to get that last mile, we're going to do. So if boat is the best machine to get you that last mile, they're going to use a boat. And if 4-wheel drive car or off-road like motorcycle or dirt bike is the best thing to get you that last mile, that's what they're going to use. So they're very multidisciplinary in operation.
What I think is cool is the language used is to reduce barriers and ease burdens and deliver God's word wherever it needs to be. And that's really what happened this week, was reducing barriers between the supplies and the people that needed the supplies, starting with aviation and then bringing in the ground crew. So reducing those barriers and then also easing the burden on local churches that really wanted to do. So much of the church of Western North Carolina has come together to provide relief. But that's a lot. Like, how do you get the supplies? We've got, like, there were churches around here. We have supplies. We want to get it to the people that need it, but we don't have a way. So JARS was able to do that. And you showed me an incredible video. It made me cry.
You were not ready for it.
I wasn't. You just were like, "Hey, look at this cool video I got." It was a man.
I did not take the video, for clarification.
Yes,
this
it was.
I don't even know. This was one of the churches in Western North Carolina that was doing relief efforts.
Yes.
They shared this video with some JARS staff.
And it was 3 guys in a river, a swollen river, and this guy was being baptized in the very waters that had taken everything from him. He was being baptized and declaring that Christ is Lord of his life. And that, I think that's just so beautiful. I definitely was not prepared for that. But God is so good. I was also I've told a number of people how cool I think how doubly thankful I am that, one, we were unaffected largely. Yes, people were without power and some trees were down. Comparatively, we were very lightly touched by such a monster of a storm. But also that we are close enough that we actually can participate in the relief efforts on a very tangible level. Like, what a blessing that is. Because if we were still in Florida, we could be participating in relief efforts there. There's a lot of damage there. Florida has the infrastructure, though, to...
We're kind of used to hurricanes.
Used to hurricanes. Western North Carolina never gets hurricanes. especially not this level. This is record breaking. And so the fact that we get to be here present, we meaning you, but I
We.
was
It's a
here.
we.
Just
Yeah.
such a blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that the Lord let us come
Yeah.
now and be
Yeah.
here now.
And it was very cool at the airport out in Avery County where we were. Just seeing the level of cooperation. I mean, the church that we were going to originally to drop off, 13 truck and trailers worth of supplies, said, hey, we are full. We don't have room in our facilities to hold any more stuff. And so they sent us down the road to another warehouse where it was like a feed warehouse.
Oh.
Where they put all the feed in one of the warehouses, and the other warehouse was open up for drop off.
Oh, that's so...
Yeah, there was a bunch of military activity out there. People flying supplies, or I don't know exactly what operations they were doing. But yes, a senator dropped by to thank us for what we were doing, and it was just like everyone was out there. Tons and tons of just people with their private airplanes loaded. Probably to the point of not being legal. At least one of them was definitely to the point of not being legal. But, I mean, weighed down with as much as they could bring, flying at least one load a day.
Yeah.
We had 93 different airplanes in the one day to that airport. That's different airplanes, not necessarily how many times they dropped it off.
That's crazy.
At least a dozen of those airplanes did multiple trips.
Yeah.
If not more. So it was very cool to see. There was there are plenty of helicopter pilots too, who just hopped in their helicopters and flew over and were like, who needs airlifted out of remote places?
Yeah.
And,
well, even around here, JARS was like, hey, we're receiving if you want to bring water, diapers, formula, protein bars, come drop it off here, we'll get it there. And they had hangars full.
Oh, yeah. All of their T hangars, which is a large enough space to fit one airplane. And they have probably 8 or so T hangars. They had to pull all the planes out. And it was just filled with stuff every day as things are coming in and going out and coming in and going out.
It's crazy.
Yep. So we are glad we got to do whatever part we could. We are still feeling for people that have been affected by the storm everywhere.
Yeah, there are still lots of people without power, without water. They're still doing some search and rescue in the western North Carolina area.
Yeah.
A lot of Appalachian towns have just been wiped out.
Yeah.
And so we encourage you also to be praying.
If there's a way to get involved or place to give, we encourage you to, help out in whatever way you can.
Now that the roads are open in a lot of places, JARS is now... one thing that I appreciate... one thing I appreciate about JARS is they really know their lane. And so they've turned over, like, the aviation, since it's no longer needed, they turned over operations to people who, like Samaritan's Purse, that are coming in with more their area of expertise of supplying help. So, pretty much everybody, I think they sent off their last trailer full of supplies. JARS did today maybe, or yesterday, because they stopped receiving stuff on the 4th.
Because as soon as those roads got opened up, JARS's specialty was no longer necessarily required. It's easy enough at this point for any church to say, all right, let's get a couple people together with their trucks and drive stuff up.
And lots of churches are doing that too, which is so cool. Seeing I saw one, it was an Instagram post, but what a fearful world saw in the face of this hurricane was a fearless church. So many. A
lot of churches,
Like the capital C church has mobilized in this area, and it's really, really cool to see.
It was cool. One of the people that came by the hangar in western North Carolina to pick up supplies was a lady who owned a storefront. And she just opened it up, everything free in the store. And she would come and grab supplies and bring it back, and everything was just free. She became her own, even further into the mountain
Distribution center.
distribution center.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. But yeah, when disaster hits, that's the time for the church to be at its best and be super generous and, just serve people, Good Samaritan style.
And I know a lot of people outside the church have also been pouring in a lot because we who are made in God's image are drawn to the brokenness because it's just how we were made.
Yep.
But yeah, the church has been incredible.
Yeah.
So that's been the big thing.
Yep. The big thing this week. It interrupted my Cessna 206 in-depth class that we will be picking back up on Monday. Yeah.
Yep.
It was also a great bonding experience for me and the other apprentices, just to be able to pick up and go and be involved in a kind of like real world situation like that, where we're having to make decisions and kind of figure out some complex stuff together. So
yep.
Yeah. So that was
on that front, we will update. Community has been really great.
Yes.
Since moving here. Almost immediately we got to know our neighbors.
Yep.
Who were, while I didn't need them, they were invaluable when Philip left.
Yeah.
And I knew if anything went wrong in the RV or if I needed anything at all, I could call or knock on the door. And my neighbors would be there. So that was huge.
Yeah.
We have been the wives who were left behind when a lot of the apprentices left. We all got together and had dinner one of the nights that the guys were gone, and that has been really cool. The ladies in the group is where I've been involved in the most. So that includes the lady apprentices, but also the spouses and other women who are associated in the aviation department have all been getting together regularly. We're getting to know each other, getting to hear each other's stories. And it's just really great to have that ready-made community. I've been saying it's kind of like living on a college campus where like you leave your house and you're going to see somebody you know.
You walk everywhere.
You walk everywhere, which has been amazing.
Yeah, it's been great.
There's always things going on. We're part of several group chats, and one of them invariably is going to have a, hey, we're going to play spike ball. Hey, we're playing volleyball. Yeah. Anybody want to get together?
Pancake night.
For pancake night, yes.
Yeah.
So that has been really fun. We have not had to seek out community. We've actually had to seek out downtime.
Yeah, not community.
Yeah.
We've had to be intentional about our introvert time.
Yes, especially Philip. But I'm actually realizing I also have some introvert needs. As extroverted as I am, I have been wiped some days and just needed some time in. So there has been, I think we're finding a balance, but there has been an abundance of community. I mean, we'll be with a lot of these people for as long as we're here, and then potentially when we go overseas, we'll be still with these guys. So, yeah, we are rejoicing and thanking the Lord for some pretty fantastic people here. And my community-oriented heart has been so happy even when I'm not involved, to see people actively getting together and knowing each other. And one of the families just had a baby this weekend. And so seeing everybody pitch in for a meal train and get really excited about helping out and participating, it just makes my heart very happy.
It's been pretty great. There's also a really pretty park nearby that on our us time days, we'll go and walk around the lake.
It's reminiscent of a Florida getaway that we used to do. We would go around lakes in Florida all the time. And now we have a lake in the Carolinas.
So that's what's been big on our end. Getting to learn, getting to serve. And it's been a really great transition. Thank you to those of you who helped us with this transition. And helped us get here and are partnering with us so that we can do this work. We are very grateful for all 12 of you who listen faithfully. It Look forward to giving you guys the next update.
Whenever that is.
Whenever that is.
Next month.
Hopefully next month. It'll be next month.
Yes.
All right. Love you guys, and talk to you later.
Signing off for now.